I'm Kathy Cornett. I teach AP and dual credit statistics at Bernie High School. In this video, I'd like to answer some of the most commonly asked questions, such as calculators, what to expect from statistics, and tips on how to be successful in this course. So parents, I encourage you to grab your students, and students to grab your parents. Let's watch this together. Let's get started. The first thing everybody always asks me is, what is statistics? Well, we're going to do a lot of different things in this class. One of the things that I always tell people is this is the class you've been waiting for. Finally, we're going to look at math in the real world. That means everything that we do in this class has context. You're going to be writing your answers, explaining what you're doing. We're going to teach you to think critically and describe and explain what you're doing mathematically. I always tell students, if math, English, and science had a baby, they would name it statistics. So we're going to pick from each of those subjects and bring real-world math to life in this class. The good news is we're all starting at the same place. None of you really know much about statistics. So as we study these concepts, they will be very new to you. I found that sometimes my best students are students that don't consider themselves mathy kids because this is math in the real world. So I encourage you to work hard and do your best. We're all going to start off at the same place, and you're going to learn a lot this year. Who am I, and why in the world am I teaching stats? Well, I took my first stats class as an undergraduate student getting my BS in chemistry and math, and I want to encourage you not to be like me. I didn't pay much attention for a couple of class periods, and I even fell asleep in class, and there were concepts that I struggled to understand. I took my second stats class getting my MBA, and I loved it. It made sense. It was, again, math in the real world. So fast forward, I had an opportunity to teach statistics in 2009, and I've been teaching it ever since. I love this class. I am so passionate about teaching stats that I actually went on through A&M University and took 18 hours of graduate applied statistics so that I could create a dual credit statistics course at Bernie High School. I love what I teach, and I think you'll love it too. One of the questions everybody loves to talk about is calculators. A calculator is absolutely necessary for success in this class. In my room, you will have a calculator to use, and you'll have a calculator if you choose to take the AP Statistics exam. But you're going to need a calculator at home to be able to do your homework and study for your exams and quizzes and the AP test. Either one of the calculators shown on the screen, the TI Nspire CX and the CAS operating system, the TI Nspire CX CAS, are both acceptable calculators. They can both be used on standardized college placement testing like the SAT and the ACT. Both of them can be used on your AP exam. This is the same calculator operating system that we'll use in class. So if you have this calculator at home or the iPad app for this calculator at home, it'll be a seamless transition. If you have another graphing calculator, like a TI-84 Plus, that will also work. I would encourage you, if you have a different calculator, to bring it to class and I can show you how to use both. If this is the calculator you have at home, I encourage you to leave it at home so it can't get lost. Keep it at home to do your work at home. If having a calculator is a true financial burden, please talk to me privately and we'll see if we have any way that we can assist you with a calculator that you can check out. I'm not sure that I have any to loan out this year, and they won't be any of the TI Nspires that we use in class. So if at all possible, you really desperately need a graphing calculator at home. All right, tips for success. You're taking a college-level math course. It's a course that's totally new to you, that you've never seen before. So how can you be successful in this course? First of all, let me tell you, everybody can be successful. If you have the grit and determination to put in the work it takes, you will be successful in this course. Two of my most successful students ever, one was an English major in college, and the other had never taken a pre-AP or AP math class before stats, and both of them knocked it out of the park. You don't have to be a strong math student to do well. For many kids, this class makes sense because it is so context-driven. But these are 7 tips that are going to help you be the most successful that you can be in this course. Tip number 1 kind of seems silly, but it's true. Be in class every day. If at all possible, do not miss a statistics course. It's simply too hard to make up if you're missing. Now, I know that there are school-related activities that will take you out of class. If you're going to miss, you need a really strong group of friends so that you can teach and tutor one another. It's really imperative that you make up the work you missed before you return for the next class. Please know that I'm also available most days before school for tutoring. I'll be glad to answer any of your questions and help you on concepts. If you've missed a 90-minute class, though, it's really imperative that somebody explains the concepts to you, that you watch a video on Google Classroom, or that you read the material that's linked to our Google page before you come back. Somebody handing you the notes and you just write down the notes doesn't give you a thorough understanding of the concepts that we're studying. So being here and doing the work is really imperative. Tip number 2, like I said, if you're absent, before you come back for the next class, make up the material. Often what we're studying is very sequential, it builds. And so if you were absent on Monday, when you come to class Wednesday, if you have no idea what we talked about, it's going to be very difficult for you to understand the material on Wednesday. So please, if at all possible, make up the material you've missed before returning to class so that transition is seamless for you. Number 3 is study. I know many of you have never studied for a math class, but this math class has lots of context-driven problems, both multiple choice and free response. Not traditional word problems, but we could call them that. And it's not enough to just understand the steps we're taking. You have to be able to explain your answer, to understand the vocabulary, and to be able to apply it to questions. So studying is absolutely important for this class, especially since it's such a new subject for most students. Number 4 is be patient. Be patient with yourself. You are learning something very new, very exciting and interesting, but has complex, challenging topics that we cover. Not all are complex and challenging. Some you may find challenging. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace and time to learn the material. Number 5, ask questions and ask for help. If there's something that you need to know, I am here to help you. I can explain it in a different way. I can pull out another resource. I can find you a video. I can create a video. I can stand on my head if I have to. Not really, but I can do a lot of things that will help you understand the topic. But you have to ask for help if there's something you don't understand. And please ask for help before a quiz or a test, before you feel like you're buried under the material. Number 6, do the work. The only person who learns in this or any class is the person that does the work. You'll notice the homework probably takes you the same amount of time as it did in other math classes, but there are less questions that you're going to have to answer. It's imperative that you answer each and every question yourself. Please don't divide up the homework amongst a group of friends and you do 5 and your friend does 5 and you give each other the answers. If you do that, you're really only learning about half the material. You need to work every question to make sure you understand all of the material. The person that does the work is the person that learns. If somebody is absent, please take time to help them, explain it to them, and tutor them, and they'll return the favor for you. But remember, the time you take helping somebody else, if you're explaining and showing and teaching, actually helps you learn the material better. Last but not least is number 7. Remember the end goal. If you're in AP or dual credit statistics, you have an opportunity to earn college credit for this course. I'll talk to you in class about ways to earn college credit, and it can be specific to the university you want to attend and the degree plan that you want to pursue. But if you want to take college credit for this course, you have every opportunity to do that. If you're taking the AP exam, my students last year did significantly better than the national average on the AP exam. In fact, we doubled the percentage of students that got 4s on the exam compared to the national average. You guys can do even better than they did last year. So as you're working on these assignments and you're studying for the class, remember the end goal. You have an opportunity to save yourself time, money, and study time and headache down the road by getting college credit for the class you're in now. I am looking forward to a fantastic year. I truly love this course, and I think you will too. If at any time you need to contact me, my email is probably the easiest way to get in touch with me. My phone number is listed on the screen. I do return phone calls, but I won't be able to answer a call during class to maintain student confidentiality. Google Classroom is updated daily. I post all of the agendas, links to any worksheets that we do. There are links to notes and videos of topics that we've covered in class. I will also, on our Google Classroom page, give reminders and hints and tips. So if you are a student, please make sure you've signed up with our Google Classroom code. Please keep alerts active so that you are updated when I update the Google Classroom page. Know that the only way that you can retrieve a document on Google Classroom is if you're logged in through your Bernie ISD email account. So parents, in order for you to retrieve anything on Google Classroom, you're going to need your students to log in so that they can actually download worksheets, study guides, reviews, answer keys for reviews, etc. I look forward to talking to all of you throughout the year, to teaching you, and I hope we have a wonderful school year. Go Greyhounds!